It seems our Gulf allies are now having a go at Starmer as well. How long can he go on like this? Britain is facing unusually blunt criticism from its own allies. Gulf states, Cyprus, Greece, they're all accusing Keir Starmer of hesitating during the Iran crisis, while missiles and drones were already flying across the region. According to diplomatic sources, governments in Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates have privately expressed frustration with London's responses. But the criticism became public when Cyprus's most senior diplomat in Britain openly voiced his disappointment. He said the bare minimum expected from the UK was a credible defence of an island that hosts two major military bases. Now, most famously, of course, is RAF Akrotiri. And the British sovereign base area, as you know, there is British sovereign base areas on the islands as well. Now, the seriousness of the threat became very clear. John Healey revealed that that's the Defence Secretary, revealed that an Iranian missile had landed less than 200 metres from British personnel at a naval facility in Bahrain. That facility sits behind the headquarters of the US 5th Fleet, which has been directly targeted by Iranian strikes. Around 300 British service members are stationed at that base. Washington is also, irritated and angered by the delay in British approval for the US forces to use joint bases. The US wanted to launch defensive strikes from the Iranian missile sites from facilities such as Diego Garcia. Permission, though, was not granted until Sunday evening. This was after several days of Iranian attacks, and as I mentioned before, this was basically down to John Healey jumping up and down and screaming in Starmer's face about opening it up. And Starmer capitulated, because he does every time, because he's a weak, vacillating, spineless piece of shit. Meanwhile, Britain's naval response has also drawn some scrutiny. I say response, lack of response. HMS Dragon, which is a destroyer, is being deployed to Cyprus, but remains days away after being pulled from maintenance and having to be re-equipped. Reports suggest the decision to send the ship was not formally proposed until Tuesday morning, nearly 4 days after the conflict began. It should have been the moment the conflict began. If anything happens, send the ship on its way anyway, just in case. By contrast, though, France and Greece had already committed naval support to Cyprus, and Spain announced a very short time ago it was sending a ship as well. Excuse me. Now, Cyprus's High Commissioner to Britain, Kyriakos Kouros, welcomed the deployment but did not hide his frustration. He pointed out that France had already moved forces, saying at least Cyprus wasn't, saying the least Cyprus expected was Britain's presence, particularly given the military bases, and it seemed odd that it was up to France to defend Cyprus. Reports are also coming out, though, from the cabinet, people within the cabinet, unattributable sources, off the record and that. But they're saying that there's a lot of infighting there, disagreements. There was a national security meeting, and ministers including Ed Miliband, Rachel Reeves and Shabana Mahmood are all said to have raised concerns that allowing US strikes from British bases could be problematic. Starmer later argued his initial hesitation was due to the absence of a clear legal basis and derailed operational plan. Yes, I'm being stabbed to death, but let me just check the law to see if I can fight back. Starmer is such a wanker, isn't he? Now, the government have issued their defence. They said that Downing Street has now said that Britain has now taken major steps to protect the region. They've sent British Typhoon and F-35 jets. They've been flying domestic and defensive missions. And the Prime Minister has also authorised the US to use British bases for defensive operations as well. But the criticism from allies shows the diplomatic challenge and that they've got, and that there's a lot of damage that's already been done diplomatically. And for some partners in the Gulf, the issue is simple. When the missiles started flying, they expected Britain to move faster, and it didn't. And it makes them query how loyal Britain is. Well, don't blame Britain, guys. All you people in the Gulf, don't think it's Britain. It's not Britain. It's one man and his little drone army who hate this country and are determined to destroy everything. It's purely Starmer. So if you're going to take your ire out and you're going to do anything, just look at him. Make sure it's him that you go after, not the British people. They'll probably support you. They just won't support him. Thanks a lot. Bye.